What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and it looks like Disney has yet another disaster on its hands. Go ahead and grab a shovel and get ready to bury another beloved franchise. Now, of course, the beloved franchise I speak of is the Indiana Jones franchise. For those of you all who might not know, there is a new Indiana Jones movie on the horizon. And it just so happens that this movie is literally one of the most expensive movies ever made in human history. I mean, this movie literally has to make at least 800 million, close to $1 billion just to break even. Not even to see profit, just to break even. Now, you may be asking yourself, why does an Indiana Jones movie need to cost this much money to make? Well, the answer is because Disney is behind it. Disney no longer knows how to tell a proper story. They no longer know how to put a quality film together. All they know how to do is throw money and woke identity politics at franchises, hoping that something sticks. And boy, oh boy, this Indiana Jones movie isn't going to stick at all. In fact, it's going to be like a wet noodle that you throw at the wall to see if it's ready, but it slowly just slides down, leaving a slimy pasta trail behind it. Disney had the bright idea that they would debut and premiere this movie earlier at a recent film festival, and boy, oh boy, has that backfired dramatically. Because the scores are in, the critic reviews are in, and the Rotten Tomatoes score now sits at a 50%. 50%. And I want you all to understand that most of these critics that are reviewing this movie are Disney shills. Half of them get paid by Disney to pretend that they like their movies. And people can't even pretend to like this giant piece of garbage. I knew that from the moment they announced this movie, that this movie would do nothing more but cuck Indiana Jones. It was obvious from day one that all they would do is what they do with every movie nowadays. They would introduce a younger female character, and they would use her to step all over the original beloved character. We saw it with Luke Skywalker. Now you're going to see it with Indiana Jones. Half of this movie will be Indiana Jones being outshone and outperformed by some random woman that none of us showed up at the movie theaters to watch. But that is the current state of Disney. But let's just go ahead and check in on what some of these outlets have to say. IGN is usually a shill outlet. They usually don't give you all honest opinions, but even they can't hide how they feel about Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny fails to recapture Spielberg's magic. With uninspired action and conflicting themes and character motivations, it's proof that some things should just be allowed to end. Let's see what the BBC has to say. I'm not sure how many fans want to see Indiana Jones as a broken, helpless old man who cowers in the corner while his patronizing goddaughter takes the lead. But that's what we're given, and it is as bleak as it sounds. And you know what? Of course. If you thought for one hot second that you were going to get anything different out of this movie, then boy, oh boy, were you sadly mistaken. And I have to believe that you have not been paying attention to the current state of Hollywood. This was obviously what they were going to do. You cannot make a good Indiana Jones movie in 2023. Woke idiots simply will not allow it. The woke big wigs in Hollywood would never allow it. A strong male character that travels to other countries stealing artifacts? Oh, that's cultural appropriation. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we have several lines in this movie that come across as preachy, trying to paint Indiana Jones as a bad guy for doing things in other people's countries and cultures. You cannot make a good Indiana Jones movie in 2023 because Hollywood will never allow it. They're making this movie for the same reason they're making a lot of these other movies. They want to dig up all of the characters who inspired you, who you looked at as heroes, these icons of American culture. They are going to dig them up and they are going to crap all over them, and they are going to use them as stepping stools to try to bolster their new created characters that no one gives a damn about because they're all one-dimensional, woke Mary Sue characters. That's what Indiana Jones 5 is all about. It's about crapping all over Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones in order to maybe move forward in a franchise that's not as problematic as the old ones. I don't know about you all, but I damn sure won't be seeing this in theaters, and I don't see why anyone else would want to either. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.